Residents living in the Crowley neighborhood along 23rd and 24th Streets in La Crosse are frustrated. A property development plan for that space that formerly was a small auto shop has been greatly modified and only recently reviewed. News 19's Roger Staffaroni has the story.
It was definitely a switch situation. Their original proposal was to have something like a smoothie shop with 2 or 3 loft apartments above it.
Last November, developers Big Dubs LLC told 2 La Crosse neighborhood associations that was their plan after purchasing the former Heaters Auto Repair Station on La Crosse Street just off Campbell Road behind the historic Crowley neighborhood sign.
That plan sounded good to us, very different from what they submitted a few days ago.
What they submitted was a substantially larger plan, a complex 3 stories tall with 18 apartment units.
I think you can tell by the number of people here at the gathering that there's tremendous community interest and consensus against the current proposal.
A gathering of residents still trying to understand how developers and the city didn't communicate major changes.
The developers had been telling us that they did not have any plans to submit, and that's why they hadn't been communicating with us.
In addition to the plans switching to a 3-story complex, the city granted developers additional land next to the property, some of Campbell Road from 24th Street to the cul-de-sac, as well as some green space.
That intersection without the 2 lanes of traffic coming from Campbell is potentially very dangerous.
Where the city essentially gave a chunk of public property to the developers. The neighborhood wasn't notified about that, and once that was approved by City Council, that pretty much was the end of our ability to have any public input on the situation at all.
Right now, residents of the neighborhood just want to be informed and have their voices heard before the project moves forward.
It should not be the case that we ask City Council, please tell us the footprint, and they point to different departments who points us to different departments, and we have to spend 40 hours a week in order to find what should be a very basic truth.
At the historic Crowley neighborhood, Roger Staffaroni, WXOW News 19.
This Friday at 9 a.m., the project will go before the Commercial and Multifamily Design Review Committee. You can find out more by going to this story at WXOW.com.